Well, hi. Today is Friday, February 13th, 2026. I'm Todd Studer, and this is Morning Coffee. Oh, Friday the 13th. Are you superstitious at all? The only thing I think about is the first slasher movie I ever saw was Friday the 13th, Part 2. How old was I? I think I was 14 at the time. Yeah, it scared the. Oh, man, I still hiding behind a chair. I think back then it was. I still don't like jump scares. Not a fan, and just don't care to watch that kind of stuff. So it is Friday the 13th, but more importantly, coming up tomorrow, it's Valentine's Day. So hopefully you have plans with someone you love and can get on out and take advantage of that. And be sure that you still have an opportunity to go out and shop local and shop in person. One of those places that you can do that is Bloomworks Floral. I know Elise is going to be very busy today bringing beauty to Council Bluffs. Fresh floral arrangements, and they specialize in creative wedding designs, stunning sympathy flowers, thoughtful gift bouquets, prom accessories, and even provide local deliveries. So if you want blooms for a special event, such as Valentine's Day, or maybe you're just brightening someone's day, Bloomworks Floral combines local charm with expert craftsmanship. Online at ebloomworks.com. Coming up today, we have a special guest in studio. It is Maren Larsen from Micah House. She is the philanthropy director, and she's going to tell us all about their champagne and diamonds event that is coming up next month at the Mid-America Center, and also a little bit more about what Micah House does for our region. So Maren Larsen from Micah House is our guest today on Morning Coffee. Right here inside of the Park Building in downtown Council Bluffs, there is space available for your business. How much do you need? Do you need just a single office space? Well, it starts at $450 a month, or you can put together a series of offices and even get a whole floor if you need to for just $15 a square foot. And very easy to get a hold of somebody such as Mark Hanwright over at Heartland Properties. He'd love to be able to show these to you. You can even come be our neighbor here at Local Stream Media. Love to see you here. The Park Building is open and ready for your business. Back here at the studios on Willow, and we are joined by Maren Larsen. She is with Micah House, and, well, let's see, your business card has your title as philanthropy director, and I even mispronounced that word. So that's a big name, but what does it mean? What is it that you do there?
Yeah, it is. It is. So at Micah House, I oversee all of our fundraising. So anything from events, campaigns, appeals, donor relations, grants, all of that. So
you are heavily involved in the
Yeah.
community. You're out talking with people all the
Absolutely.
time. You're at the events, which is kind of how this connection took place, because you're part of the young professionals group.
I am.
That was where that was at
I
through the
am.
Chamber of Commerce. And I know
Yeah.
that I personally haven't been to any because I was told my hair is the wrong color, but I've also heard that they're seeing a lot of success with it, and you're able to meet a lot of people that way.
Yeah. It was a great event the other night. We brought together a group of local nonprofits and volunteer groups just to share a little bit about their mission and promote to other young professionals.
Well, as far as the fundraising end goes, what have you been working on lately?
Yeah, so every spring we have our big event called Champagne and Diamonds, and it's coming up pretty soon at the end of March, on March 28th. And what's really special about this year is it's not only our 40th anniversary at Micah House, but it's also the last time we'll be hosting this event. So we really hope to see a lot of community members, a lot of businesses, a lot of people involved to come and help us celebrate our 40th birthday and bid a farewell to this event.
Where's the event going to be this year?
Mid-America Center.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's such a great event. We, of course, have a cocktail hour to start off, and then we have dinner, silent and live auctions, and then, of course, the diamond raffle. That's why a lot of people like coming every year. So we sell only 100 tickets for that raffle. And then at the end of the night, you're able to exchange your raffle ticket for a glass of champagne. Every glass is numbered. We draw a number, and if that's yours, then you're the lucky winner of that diamond.
Wow.
Yeah.
It sounds like that's a big reason to
Yeah.
get there. How has response been in the past? And I know the answer to this already,
Hmm.
but tell me how the community responds to this event that you've had.
Yeah, we have such a great community here in Council Bluffs, truly.
Yeah.
We have seen so many businesses and even just individual donors that have been with us over the years coming to this event. We've been doing it for decades, and so it's very long standing. But we couldn't be more grateful for the local businesses that always come through as a sponsor and send their employees to help support that night. And it's always a lot of fun once they're there too.
I have a feeling that you're reaching a lot of people right now. Many of them already know what Micah House does and the way that they serve the community and also the area,
Yeah,
because it's not just inside of Council Bluffs
right.
that folks are coming. So,
Mhm.
uh, give us a little background and what Micah House's mission is.
Yeah, so we are a family and women's shelter here in Council Bluffs, but of course, we're serving a much larger population there. So we were founded back in 1986 just by a group of local volunteers that saw a need. And so we've definitely evolved over the years, but as we stand today, we offer a family shelter as well as a single women's shelter. Through both of those programs, we really work on self sufficiency and helping everyone transition into their own safe and stable housing. That's the ultimate goal for everybody. But of course, how they get there it can be different, right? So we have case managers that do intensive case management with everybody that comes through our doors. And that can look like employment, that can look like education, that can look like establishing other benefits. But then, of course, that end goal is really the same for everybody to get housing. And we're there to help them get there. So we have a pretty unique model within our shelter. So our family shelter, all of the families get their own private room. So really kind of like a dorm, if you
Mhm.
will. They get their own room that they can share with their kiddos and then just shared common spaces. So I think it brings a really good sense of privacy and safety and just a good space for those families to heal and start the next leg of their journey. Same within our women's shelter. So we have 26 beds for single women, and we're always full. We're always full. 26 women at a time, and then 23 families at a time. We also allow men within our shelter as long as they're part of that family unit. So whether it's a two-parent household or if it's a single dad with kiddos, they're welcome to be there.
If you take everything that you just said and pull one
Yeah.
word out of that that's more important than any of the other ones, I
Hmm.
would say that word is safe
Yeah.
that you said. Because oftentimes when people, women, sometimes men,
Hmm.
find themselves in that situation where it isn't safe at
Hmm.
home anymore,
Hmm.
they don't feel like they have options.
Right. Yeah.
And when you're in the middle of it, it's difficult to be able
Hmm.
to see any kind of big picture. There's so many different moving pieces to be able to
Yeah.
get out of that situation. It can be overwhelming, and
Hmm.
that can cause that you just kind of freeze in place.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's something that I think, we're really good at. We're able to allow people to come in and kind of handle everything from, their daily meals to we provide all hygiene products, diapers, wipes, anything like that so that they don't have to worry about those things. When they come through our doors, they can start working with staff, they can start working with their case manager and then really, you know, spend time job searching or saving up money to then move out. So we really try to eliminate those barriers there. Another way that we've done that, for so many years, we talked with our clients specifically within the family shelter, and we're like, what is something else that is a hurdle for you? And more often than not, they were saying childcare because childcare is expensive
It is.
and it's hard to come by for everyone. There's not enough of it. There's wait lists, and so we were able to launch a capital campaign and build out our childcare center. So we've been doing that program. We've been open for about a year and a half over there, but it's such a great addition to our services because not only then are the families able to work, but they have reliable childcare so that they can go to work, which I think is just so impactful.
Yeah, it handling the different things that chances are when someone comes to you for the first time, they probably haven't even thought
Right.
of all of the different moving pieces that are going to go
Yeah.
into uh, stopping the current situation and then launching a new path.
Hmm.
And because I don't even know
Right.
everything that's involved
Yeah.
with it. That's why
Yeah.
what you guys do is just so important. And
Yeah.
the reality of life is that there's a need for it.
Hmm.
And we can do shows, for the rest of the year about why that is. But the reality is that we have a need to meet.
Yeah.
So let's get that taken care of and do the best that we can. You guys are doing wonderful work.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. We definitely know that there is a need. Every year we're serving about 700 individuals or more through the shelter programs and then additional children through the childcare program. But we know it's a huge need, right? Because it's really also not a set in stone reason why people are coming there. We see a lot of domestic violence. That's our pretty common factor year after year. Same with evictions or, losing housing. But there's also lots of other factors as well. There's so many people that, their landlord may just cut their lease or not renew it, and then they're without housing, or they may have a house fire, or they may be living with a family member that they care for, and that family member passes away. We see that pretty much consistently throughout the years as well. There's just so many different factors and so many different moving pieces that could really impact anybody, and then they would need our services as well.
Without getting into
Yeah.
specifics, just in a
Yeah.
general term, do you ever have the opportunity to see some of this stuff come full circle and you
Hmm.
actually see the success stories
Yeah.
of people that you've been able to help and
Yeah.
now are on the other side?
Yeah, yeah. It's always so cool when we get those phone calls and get to hear from some of those individuals. But of course, the biggest story that comes to mind, a few years ago, I connected with somebody who was coming in with his employer, part of his office. They were coming in to tour, and he shared with me that he had just been staying at Micah House a few years prior with his wife and children. And I've been able to connect with him and stay in touch, and it's been really neat to see, just his journey. And he has gone back to school. He's a college graduate, and he's working, and he and his wife and his kids have a really good life. And so I think it's just so important to never judge and never put any sort of expectations on somebody, because they're all at their own pace, they're all working on their own journey, and they're all getting there, and we're there to help them along the way.
And it was never anyone's plan that
Hmm.
was the journey that they were going
Right.
to be
Yeah,
on. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
So, again, this is just another cog in the wheel, if you
Yeah.
will, about we talked about homelessness in
Hmm.
town, and it was obviously in the last election cycle, it was on everybody's mind, and it still is.
Hmm.
And how do we help with that situation? This is one of the ways we
Hmm.
do. And you guys are doing that, is
Yeah.
keeping people off the streets
Hmm.
that have found themselves in a bad situation that just need a little assistance to be able to
Absolutely.
right the ship. And
Yeah.
you take the word safe and then you add the word hope on the end of it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now you've just created a place where
Hmm.
people can thrive and
Absolutely.
give them an
Yeah.
opportunity and see what happens.
Yeah, yeah. It's really incredible work, and it's really necessary work. We don't want people to need our services, right?
Yeah.
But we know it's necessary to be there. One other facet to our childcare program that we put in place is that it's also open to the community. And so we really wanted to look at that as a preventative approach, because there are so many people who may already have a job. They may already have their own housing, but they may not have reliable childcare. And if they're relying on friends or neighbors or whoever, to
Hmm.
watch their kiddos, that's not that's not sustainable. And so we have opened our childcare program up to the community as well. So anyone from the community can apply and look at that program. And we really look at it as a preventative model, because if they're able to get that childcare, they're able to keep their job, they're able to keep their housing, and then not need our other services.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That going down that path as well as say, look, it's not just about helping those that have gotten past that situation. How can we keep them out of there to begin with?
Yeah.
And that's just another step in being
Yeah.
able to do that. Is the easiest way to learn more? Do you just send them through the website? Is that the connection?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
people?
our website's perfect. Right now, you'll see quite a few exciting things on there. Of course, Champagne and Diamonds. The links to that event to get tickets are on there. And we also have a Girl Scout troop on site, and
Okay.
it's cookie season.
Yes,
So
it
if
is
you're
that.
interested in Girl Scout cookies, make sure you
Oh,
head over
man.
to our website.
Yeah, I am. I'm about to be without discretionary income again. They
Yeah.
tend to. I don't know. There's something about it
Yep.
when they're looking up at me and talking about those things. I just have a really difficult time with it, you
Yeah.
know. And once upon a time, I used to just break them up and pour milk over it, needed a cereal,
Really?
but
Yeah.
can't do that anymore.
They are good. They are good.
All right, so let's give the details out again one more
Yeah.
time for Champagne and Diamonds. Where can people get tickets? How can they be a part of it? Just let everyone know.
Yeah, if they just head to our website, themicahhouse.org, there will be a pop-up right when they get there for Champagne and Diamonds. That's coming up on March 28th
Mhm.
at the Mid-America Center. And we actually have special price tickets right now through February 20th. So we have early bird special price tickets. After that point, the prices do increase a little bit, but you'll have until March 20th to get those final tickets.
How about sponsorship and things? Are you still looking
Yeah.
for help with that?
Yes, I would love to still receive some more sponsorship. So if they just want to reach out directly to me, we can get that going.
Well, just another example of what goes on in our community here and in this area that we support the nonprofits and the different organizations that are making a difference. I go to these events and they're all full. There's so many people there. And it's one of the most encouraging things for me for living in this community.
Yeah.
That watching how people pull together for this type of thing. So grateful, Maren, that you came in, told us a little bit more about this. I hope this is not your last visit to the studios. We'd love to talk to you again and let us know in any way that we can help spread the word about what it is that you're doing.
That's great. Thank you so much for having me.
A leak, a clogged drain, or a big remodel is no trouble at all for Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs. They've got you covered with fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. They're locally owned and trusted and take pride in doing the job right the first time. So whether it's residential or commercial, big or small, when plumbing problems strike, give them a call. WaldsteinPlumbing.com. Good morning. Start with peace of mind at Miners Healthcare. They provide professional in-home support where it matters most, helping individuals maintain comfort, dignity, and independence in their daily lives. Their experienced nursing team focuses on personalized care, clear communication, and supporting families through every step of the process. It's healthcare that's built on trust, compassion, and real relationships. Learn more at minershealthcare.com. And technology should be working for you, not against you. At ThinkSpace IT, they provide expert IT solutions that keep your business running smoothly and securely. From cybersecurity and cloud services to network management and tech support, they simplify IT so you can focus on what matters most. So stay protected, stay connected, stay ahead. Visit ThinkSpaceIT.com. Thank you again, Maren Larsen, for joining us today, filling us in on everything going on at Micah House. And thank you so much for watching this week. We've made it to Friday. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here Monday morning.